Hi, you want to learn everything about prepaid and smart water meters? Good, let's go for it. My name is Marcel Scheurs. I'm the founder and managing director of Water Forever International, which also has two companies in Kenya and in Uganda. We started 6 years ago, and I can say we are quite experienced. We have tested all kinds of brands and different types of prepaid water metering solutions, and now I want to explain the differences between all these types and brands. First of all, it's good to mention that there are prepaid water meters for communal water points, for kiosks, for standpipes, and there are prepaid water meters for individual connections. Let me start with the prepaid meters for communal water points. And then in about 6-7 minutes I will go to the individual meters. Those ones for kiosks, they can look like this, for example from the brand Sustek, and you have prepaid water dispensers or prepaid water ATMs, different names with multiple taps, like for example this one, 3 people, 3 buttons there, they can be connected to 3 taps. That means that 3 people can fetch water at the same time. You have other brands which also have only one tap, for example the Lawrence brand. Sometimes a one-tap meter is very okay, especially if you have to serve like 70 households. Officially, maybe you can even go to 100. With a one-tap meter, it's okay. If you need to serve many more customers in a village, then probably you need to go for a multiple tap meter. Anyhow, how do they work? People will have a token. This one is from Lawrence, this one similar from Sustek, and of course all these brands have their own cards or tags. These can be topped up with credits, maybe via mobile phone, or maybe you have to go to a certain location to buy the credits. Once you have credits here, you go to this machine, you present your tag, you press the button, and you get water. It's pay as you go. You get exactly the amount that you want and that you are paying for. These machines, they also provide you with data. All these machines come with online data monitoring. There are several ways to get those data. This one, for example, works with a SIM card, which actually is my preferred option because it's all automated. It can be a normal SIM card, it can be a global SIM card, but that's not a big difference. The big thing is that all these data every day they get loaded to the cloud and you have the data in your phone or on your computer. You can also, other systems, they work with external gateways. So you have maybe 20 kiosks and the kiosks themselves, they cannot send data to the cloud, but there is a device somewhere in the middle that collects the data from these kiosks and then sends it to the cloud. And the third option is that it's not with a gateway, not with a SIM card, but it is with local people with mobile phones. And they can go to those kiosks and collect the data per kiosk every day. Actually, that model I don't like very much, because it means you will depend on those people will charge you, and maybe they don't provide you every day with data, you might get gaps. Not my favorite option. Good. Let's say you want to buy a prepaid water ATM or prepaid water dispenser. There are various aspects that you need to look into. The first one is maybe, do I need a multiple taps meter or do I need a one taps meter? Which relates of course to if you need to serve a small group of customers, 70 or 100 households, a one taps could be okay. The multiple taps meters are good up to 300 households, maybe even 400 households, but have some additional benefits. Like, for example, if you have this one. Now you can use a multiple taps machine to provide 2 qualities of water. Maybe you have a borehole that is a bit salty or has fluoride or whatsoever. Now what you can do is you can purify part of the water sell that water at a high price via one tap, and the remaining water you don't purify it, but it might be perfect for washing and cleaning, and you sell it maybe via two taps at a lower price, but always one and the same machine. Also, with multi-taps meter, it is possible that you can provide different types of customers. Maybe you have people who come with a jerry can, they want maybe 15 liters per minute. You might have water vendors, or maybe people you can connect with a kettle trough, they may want 40 liters per minute. Now you just connect this with a bigger valve, and now you can also serve those ones. You can even serve with another tap people who come with trucks and who want to fill the truck with water. Now we connect it with a huge valve, so 1 meter can serve different types of customers. Another very important aspect in determining what kind of communal ATM I would like to buy is, am I going to have someone at the kiosk or not? If you have someone at the kiosk, then of course the guy or the lady has to be paid, which in a few years' time can add up to quite substantial cost. And actually, especially if these ATMs are integrated with mobile payment, it's not needed. The ones integrated with mobile payment will be a bit more expensive, but now you don't need anybody there to sell credits or to do whatsoever. And if you don't depend on people, you also don't have the problems that sometimes exist with having local operators. Quality is also an important element. Quality in software, quality in hardware. I can say in terms of software, all these systems, they come with relatively good monitoring systems. They all come with systems like, this is very detailed data, but maybe more interesting for the video is this, where you can see exactly how much revenues do you generate per month, per day, how many liters do you dispense per month, per day, and there's much more data. Most of these brands come with quite good software, online monitoring software. When it comes to hardware, I would not like to say that the quality is somehow similar. We have tested several brands, and really there is a lot of difference in quality. One of the things you can look at is warranty. Some systems give 1 year warranty. Our experience is by average, those are not the very best systems. There are others that give 2 years warranty, and some systems even can give upgrade warranty up to 5 years. And if they can dare to give you 5 years, definitely you can assume it is a good machine. That's also our experience. A fourth factor to consider when buying a prepaid water dispenser is the price of the software. Some brands sell the water dispenser, including software, as a one-off payment. Others say no, the software is valid for 5 years, or for 10 years, or for 15 years. And others, they say no, the software you pay for how much water you sell. Then you are never sure about that. In the beginning, they don't charge for software, might look a little bit cheaper, but in the end, you might end up paying a lot. Then the last element that I would like to mention is power. Some brands sell the prepaid water ATM including a solar power unit. They are all solar powered because we don't want to depend on main power. Water should be functioning, should be available 24/7. But some of these systems, the solar power module is included in the price. For others, it's not included in the price. Some machines are, you only need 5-watt solar panel, a small solar panel, and for others you need 20 watt or even 50 watt. Now you can imagine if you need to buy that, that's also a serious cost, comes with a bigger battery, and then also a bigger panel might also be more attractive for thieves. So all those things you need to look at. I think I mentioned 5 factors. The last one is maybe is there a local retailer? You can have a fantastic brand, but if in your country there is nobody who has the spare parts, who has the knowledge to help you with questions, it also doesn't matter. So that's all I want to say about prepaid communal water dispensers. Now let's go to part 2, which is prepaid and smart meters for individual connections. What is actually the difference? Prepaid and smart. Okay. First, smart. Smart means that the meter can send data and receive data, and that allows the water service provider to read the meter from far and also to control the meter from far. That's quite nice. A prepaid meter, as the name says, is a meter where you need to pay in advance before you get any water. Well, both meters have their advantages. And then there is also a prepaid meter that is smart. And that means you combine the benefits of both types of meters. I will later on explain how you make a prepaid meter smart, but let me first go to the benefits. The benefits of the smart meter. First of all, you don't need a water meter reader because you can read it remotely. So you also don't have the problems with cheating, with people, with meter readers that don't get access because there's nobody at home or there's a big dog or whatever. So no water meter requires, meaning low operational cost. You have daily monitoring information. And customers that, no sorry, I'm wrong, there is also the option of tampering detection. A smart meter, someone is tampering with it, might give a signal and the water service provider can immediately see that there is a problem. And, of course, if the customer doesn't pay, you can disconnect him remotely. 4 good advantages of smart meters. Now let's go to prepaid meters. Again, you don't have to read the meter because people top up in advance. There's no need for reading a meter, and actually also no need for billing, because why are you going to bill? The person has already paid. So that's very nice in terms of cash flow. You have your money in advance. You don't have to read the meters, no billing, no chasing up payments. That's all nice. And for the customers, it's also nice because maybe sometimes customers are short on money. Then they might say, let me top up a little bit for the next few days till I get maybe my salary or I sell a cow or whatsoever. I have money, now I can pay a good amount. So also the prepaid meters give some extra comfort for customers. Now I promised you to explain that a prepaid meter can also become a smart meter. Okay. And then you combine the benefits of all this. Yes, it will cost you a bit more money, but you have additional benefits. How do you make it smart, the prepaid meter smart? There are several methods. The first one is that you use a gateway. A gateway can look something like this. You can mount this at a certain location and it reads the data from very many locations. This thing has a SIM card, transmits all the data to the cloud, and now all your prepaid meters are smart meters. This is a fixed gateway. Data concentrator unit is another name. You can also have a mobile gateway, which is maybe very nice if your customers are spread over a very large area. Then you might need, if you go with the fixed gateways, you might need quite a few, because the radius that these meters can read, that these gateways can read data is limited. If you have a unit that is mobile, you just send someone on a motorbike and he can read thousands of meters in just one day with only one unit. And then the last manner of reading, of making the prepaid meter smart is by including a SIM card in the meter. I think I forgot to show you the prepaid meters. These are two types from different brands. This one is from Lysen, this is another one from Canon. And if these meters have a SIM card inside, or maybe even an IoT, Internet of Things SIM card, then you make this prepaid meter also smart. Okay, I think that is basically the information about the prepaid meters. I want finally to say three more things. There's a new product coming to market, which is called MIUs. And MIUs are very interesting because they convert the traditional mechanical meters into smart meters. The costs are quite low, and so it's a very interesting product. If you have 10,000 connections and you want to convert all your meters into smart meters, first of all, your meters need to have an output signal, but if you have an output signal, you can convert, but of course 10,000 meters will still be a considerable investment. But maybe you can also start with the essential meters, the meters that you use for zoning, for abstraction, and some other key meters in your system. If you invest some small money in MIUs, you make those meters smart and you will control your water distribution system much better, and also your non-revenue water, you can control it now much better with a limited investment. Another thing when you buy meters is that you need to look at the accuracy. For households, I would say if a meter is not 100% secure, it's not a very big deal. But there are the accuracy is measured in the R value. For household meters, it's usually R80 to R160. 160 is quite good. 100 is also good. 80 is also quite reasonable. But yes, you have a little bit more inaccuracy. Is that a big problem if you compare it to the issues of non-revenue water? That's just very small differences. If, however, you want to invest in meters that are important for zoning, essential meters that give you essential data, now the R value, the accuracy, becomes more important, and you might want to opt for meters with an R value of 200 or 400 or 450. That's up to you, but of course the higher the R value, also the prices go up. So you have to balance a bit. For household meters, I would say 80, 100, maybe 160, but that might be expensive, are okay. Last thing about meters, you have different types of meters in terms of the mechanism how they measure. You have ultrasonic meters. They measure via sound. Those meters are very nice, also quite expensive, but even if there is debris and particles in water, it's not a problem. So but they're very accurate and they can deal even with water waste particles, so but expensive. A cheaper option is volumetric meters. They're also quite accurate, but they can't deal with particles very well. So in Africa, usually there is a risk of turbid water, particles, debris, so then the volumetric meters might not be your best choice. And the third type of meter is the multi-jet or single-jet meter, and those ones they are slightly less accurate, but they can deal much better with particles in water, and that's mostly the most common option in Africa. Much more information on the same topic you can find on Wikipedia, by the way. I think now I have presented most of it. Probably I've forgotten something. If you are based in East Africa and you are interested in these products, please call us. If you are not based in East Africa, you can also call us. We might link you up with providers and distributors elsewhere in the world. I hope this video was helpful for you. Thank you.